Stay right where you are because everything you thought you knew about the Mac Mini is about to be We're standing at the edge of a massive shift in Apple's desktop strategy. If you were planning on buying the current Mac Mini today, I've one word for you.
Wait.
Why? Because the leaks surrounding the M5 Mac Mini aren't just about a faster chip. They are about a fundamental change in how we use our computers. In this video, we are diving deep into the underground reports, the supply chain whispers, and a leaked internal code that points to one of the most powerful small form factor PCs ever created. We're talking about a device that might actually make the Mac Studio look redundant. The story begins with the silicon. Apple's transition to the M5 series is expected to move to TSMC's enhanced 3nm process, known as N3P. Here's what it means for you. Massive efficiency and a jump in transistor density that we haven't seen in years. The M4 was a beast, sure, but the M5 is being designed from the ground up to be an AI-first chip. The leaks suggest a revolutionary AI-first architecture, where the neural engine isn't just innate, it's the heart of the system. Imagine a Mac Mini that can process large language models locally on your desk without ever touching the cloud faster than anything currently on the market. We are looking at potential GPU jumps of up to 45% over the current generation. Think about that for a second. That is almost half a generation's worth of extra power just for graphics. If you are a video editor, a 3D designer, or a gamer, this is the leap you've been waiting for. Now, let's talk about the timeline. When can you actually get your hands on this studio? Reliable sources, including Bloomberg's Mark Gurman and several supply chain analysts, are pointing toward a specific window. While some thought we'd see it late this year, the most recent leaks from February 2026 suggest a spring or summer 2026 release. There is a high probability of an Apple Special Experience event as early as March 2026. This is where Apple typically refreshes its productivity workhorses. If they miss that March window, the next most likely spot is WWDC in June. Either way, the M5 Mac Mini is currently in active development, and internal identifiers like J873G and J873S have already been spotted in macOS code. This isn't guesswork anymore. It's a reality being prepared behind closed doors and What about the design? After the dramatic redesign of the M4 Mac Mini, which shrunk the enclosure to a tiny 5x5-inch footprint, don't expect a massive external change for the M5. Apple usually sticks with a chassis for at least 2 to 3 generations. However, the real magic is happening on the back of the machine. Leaks suggest that while the base M5 will retain Thunderbolt 4, the M5 Pro Mac Mini is heavily rumored to feature Thunderbolt 5. This is a game changer. Thunderbolt 5 offers up to 120 gigabits per second of bandwidth, triple the speed of Thunderbolt 4. This means you could potentially run multiple 8K displays or ultra-fast external SSD RAIDs that match the speed of the internal drive. For pro users who need the Mini's portability but the studio's connectivity, this is the bridge they've been asking for. Let's break down the specs that are making the tech world lose its mind. We are expecting a base configuration that finally says goodbye to low ROM forever. The 16 gigabytes baseline is expected to stay, but with the M5, the unified memory bandwidth is rumored to jump to 153 gigabytes per second. That's a 25% increase over the M4. This higher bandwidth is crucial for the new Apple Intelligence features that are coming with macOS, Tahoe, and beyond. The SSD speeds are also seeing a massive boost. Leaked benchmarks of the M5 architecture show read and write speeds hitting nearly 7,000 Mbps. That is nearly double what the base M4 models were capable of. It means the computer won't just feel fast, it will feel instantaneous. Whether you're booting up, moving 100 gigabytes of 4K footage, or launching a heavy app like Adobe Premiere or Xcode, the bottleneck is officially being removed. But here's the real reason people are calling this the Mac Studio killer. In previous years, the Mac Mini was always the little brother. But with the M5 Pro chip, Apple is reportedly separating the CPU and GPU blocks using a new packaging technology called SoyCam-H. Translated for the rest of us, the M5 Pro might have more GPU cores than ever before, narrowing the gap between the Mac Mini and the base Mac Studio. If you can get 80% of the performance of a Mac Studio in a box that fits in your palm for nearly half the price, why would you buy anything else? This is why the M5 leaks are causing so much tension in the market. It's a value proposition that Apple hasn't offered in a long time. Gaming is another area where the M5 Mac Mini is expected to shine. 4 years, gaming on Mac was a joke. But with the M5's new architecture, we're seeing reports of Steel Nomad benchmarks. An AAA gaming performance hitting 60 FPS consistently on high settings, with the 45% GPU boost. The Mac Mini is no longer just a browsing and email machine. It's becoming a legitimate gaming console for the desktop. Combine that with the rumored Wi-Fi 7 support and Bluetooth 5.4, and you have a machine that is future-proofed for the next 5 to 7 years. I know what you're thinking. Should I just buy the M4 now because it's on sale? It's a tempting trap. You might see the M4 Mac Mini for $499 or $549 on Amazon. And for many, that's a great deal. But if you care about AI, if you care about longevity, and if you want the massive graphics leap that the M5 brings, buying an M4 right now is like buying an iPhone 14 right before the 15 came out with the USB-C port. You'll regret it the moment the new one drops. The M5 isn't just an incremental update. It's the hardware foundation for the next decade of Apple's AI ambitions. As we look toward the mid-2026 launch, the excitement is only going to grow. We are looking at a machine that starts at $599 but performs like a $2,000 workstation from just a few years ago. It's the ultimate expression of what Apple Silicon can do. The M5 Mac Mini is coming to reclaim the title of the world's best value computer. So, if you can hold off for just a few more months, your patience will be rewarded with a machine that makes everything else look like history. Stay tuned, because as we get closer to the March event, more accidental leaks are bound to surface, and we will be here to break down every single one of them. The future of the desktop is small, it's quiet, and it's powered by M5. Don't get left behind.